When we're watching movies we enjoy, something clicks inside us that makes certain films memorable or even turns them into personal classics. Some of you might consider these picks underrated or overrated, but these off-the-beaten-path favorites are my 5 sci-fi movie gems of the 1970s. Number 5. The Island of Dr. Moreau. Directed by Don Taylor and starred Burt Lancaster, Michael York, Niles Davenport, Barbara Carrera, and Richard Basehart, who plays the Sayer of the Law. After Andrew survives a shipwreck and washes ashore on a tropical island, he finds that its inhabitants are more than a bit odd. The good Dr. Moreau spends his days turning the island animals as close as possible to humans.
Not this! This is human. This is man. This is law. His law! Ours! No, his!
Even though everyone tells Andrew he can't leave the compound, the one saving grace of island living is his growing affection for the exotic Maria.
I found her.
I found this.
Unfortunately, when the doctor's in a good mood, he also experiments with changing men into animals.
To become an animal, to feel it inside your body and your brain, what no man has ever known before. You will bring that back to me.
Number 4. The Medusa Touch. It was directed by Jack Cole and starred Richard Burton, Lena Ventura, Lee Remick, Harry Andrews, Ellen Bedell, Marie-Christine Barrault, and Jeremy Brett. After being viciously attacked, John Muller lies in a hospital bed, hanging on to life. As Detective Brunel investigates the assault, he finds that Muller might not only possess telekinetic abilities, but might have been harming others since childhood. Despite Muller's bedridden state, the catastrophes, some occurring at great distances, continue, and Muller's mind is growing stronger and stronger. Number 3. Rollerball. Directed by Norman Jewison and starred James Caan, John Houseman, John Beck, Maud Adams, Moses Gunn, Pamela Hensley, and Barbara Trenholm. In 2018, a few corporations replaced governmental control of countries worldwide. These regions are represented by a sports game called Rollerball.
It's picked up by Houston. It's picked up by... Jonathan E. holds the ball aloft. You must hold it out in plain view at all times.
A corporate head requests that well-renowned rollerball player Jonathan retire from the game.
All it asks of anyone, or is ever asked of anyone ever, is not to interfere with management decisions.
I ought to be perfectly happy to do what you say.
Take your time. Take a few days. Because I don't understand your resistance, and I don't think anyone else will either.
As Jonathan attempts to discover why, the brutal game rules are changed to force him out.
How come everyone else is being asked to play with the no penalty rule and pressuring me to quit? It doesn't matter what you want.
A player's individuality and corporate control of society are at stake. Rollerball becomes a death sport to secure its imposed control. Number 2, The Terminal Man. Directed by Mike Hodges and starred George Siegel, Joan Hackett, Richard Dysart, Jill Clayburgh, Donald Moffat, Michael C. Gwynn, Matt Clark, and Norman Burton. A computer scientist named Benson is considered a prime candidate for an innovative psychosurgical procedure.
Do I scare the pants off you? Pity.
The patient began to realize that the blackouts were becoming more frequent and lasting longer. Sometimes he would regain consciousness in unfamiliar surroundings. This was subsequently proven correct. He had in fact attacked and tried to kill at least 2 people.
The hope is the implantation of electrodes in his brain will detect and prevent his seizures and rid him of violent behavior that accompanies Benson's blackouts.
Aura. Seizure starting. Seizure over. We've done it.
All goes well until Benson's brain becomes addicted to the stimulation of the electrical impulses, and he leaves the clinic without warning.
Did you get your tonsils out?
No, I had electrodes planted in my pleasure cells.
As the seizures become more frequent, Benson becomes a murderous walking time bomb. Number 1, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was directed by Philip Kaufman and starred Donald Sutherland, Brooke Adams, Jeff Goldblum, Veronica Cartwright, Leonard Nimoy, and Art Hingle. The movie begins with jellyfish-like matter from an alien planet floating through space to Earth until it implants itself as seed pods with pink flowers. By morning, Elizabeth feels her boyfriend Jeffrey is ignoring her.
Jeffrey? Jeffrey?
He also begins meeting secretly with people she does not know.
Jeffrey is not Jeffrey. Something is missing.
What?
Emotion, feelings. He's just not the same person.
As one of Elizabeth's friends sleeps, he becomes sicker because nearby, something plant-like is growing.
I could sure do with some Chinese food. I haven't eaten all day.
It begins to resemble a man, and it's getting stronger.
Jack!
Do you agree with my picks? Check out these other recent clips from Endless Perception Cinema. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.